Um, we want to present you our project to you. Our idea is to build an agroforestry garden for a small guest house and hostel. And I will give you some context to this project. We have an area of land of 850 square meters. We are located in Colombia, the city, near a city that calls Carmen de Apicala. The climate is tropical. We have a temperature of 24 to 33 degrees. We have a rainfall per year from 1,000 to 1,500 millimeters. And we have 2 wet seasons from April to June and from November to January. And we have an elevation from 328. We are very low. And the location is it's about 3 hours from the capital, Colombia, Bogota, and it's northwest the location. And our needs for our design is to supply a family of 4 persons and a guest, and the guests of the guest house with a maximum of 11 persons. And our 10 chickens we want to have. And the idea is to supply us and the guests with food, vegetables, and fruits, as the basics, and to save on additional purchase costs, so that we don't need to buy extra food and all, and to save money a little bit. And to promote agroforestry to our guests, so that we can show them how it a little bit works, and to involve the guests also, also if they want to involve, and to learn by ourselves about the system. And first we discuss which fruits we want, and we discuss the fruit trees and biomass, also what kind of plants we want to use for the biomass, and medical plants we want to use, and which pest control plants we want to use, and also the fertilizing plants we want to use. We want to use also the dung or the poop from the chickens in our garden. And this is our basics, and then we choose the plants. And now I will give over to Farouk. I will explain a little bit about our plants and spacing in our field.
So guys, according to the study we have made from here, we came up with a plan of planting this kind of plants, just like here, and it can work in Colombia. So this is the plants which you have planned to plant. Our main plants are banana, papaya, and mangoes. So we shall be having banana at 3 meters, and on our line we shall be having 20 plants. Then the papaya also is on 3 meters. We shall come up with 18 plants. The mangoes are on 4 meters. And we are having 10 plants. And so we are having Brassilia, coriander, and pigeon peas. This is our biomass and fertilizers. So we are having moringa. As we said, we have a plan to have a medicinal plants. And moringa is one of them. And it has a lot of food values, so I think it's helpful. We are having Ceriba. Ceiba is a timber plant which we are having, and we are having only one timber plant. Reason being, mm, as of them, they don't want to be with conflicts with their neighbors. So we decided to have one timber plant on the boundary. We're having avocado and lemon. We're having rosemary, ginger, and mint. And this is our pest control. We're having cassava, and cassava is going to work as our root tuber plant. We're having lemongrass, hibiscus, and comfrey, plus pineapple. So our vegetables, we are having carrots, tomato, and eggplants. So proceed on that. We are having lettuce, zucchini, leaf onion, green gram, coriander, spinach, and garlic. So again, we are having maize and beans plus aloe vera. As we don't want our land to be left free, we shall be planting more maize and the beans as our crops there. So that's it. I'm calling upon Mr. Bernard just in details to explain about the expenditure that is part of the economy.
Mm-hmm. So I calculate the costs of the initial implementation of my field, but it's without the costs of working, and it's only the cost for my plants that I need to buy in Colombia. And there I got help from my wife. Also she puts prices on every plant we have here. And I make also what's called oh, I forgot the word in English. Expectation. I make and I get a number around also 1,700 to 2,000 US dollar. That's what I get for the costs in initial costs. Maybe also when I go directly to a shop, and yeah, maybe I can get it a little bit cheaper because I buy a lot of the same plants, or I get some plants from neighbors or from friends, family. Then I can get this a little bit cheaper as my plants and seeds. And Farouk will explain a little bit about the short time costs and long time costs. The earnings of the plants, yeah. So, well, I can explain first as what I think or my interpretation. I'm not the specialist, but what I think that I can earn first earn with my banana, with my papaya, also in short term, in maybe the first year. It's what I think, or what I saw a little bit in Colombia. It's banana, papaya. That's also the vegetables, tomato. That's also what I can earn really fast, or maybe in the first year. But then I have my trees. They need growing, also the mango tree, my lemon tree. Actually, the trees with fruits, they need to grow maybe 3 more years that I can that I get the fruits from them. And that means I can supply my guests and my family first with this food I get for the first years, and need to buy my mango from a store, as a fruit store, or That means that I don't help me to save my costs. Yes, and what else?
1 minute.
Yes, that's actually, and yeah, what I forgot is that we will feed our chickens with what we grow. It's lettuce, and comfrey. Yeah, also I will feed my chickens 10 chickens with what I get in my garden.
Good. Let's give them a Thank you so much for the presentation. 2 minutes for the audience. This conversation. Otherwise, if none, facilitators, please. The floor is yours.
You know what comes when I'm economy. Huh? You said you are calculating roughly $1,700 to $2,000.
The cost of expenditure was the
Without labor cost?
Without labor costs.
This is for 850 square meters. What would it be for 1 hectare? You come up to 20,000. You come up to $20,000 for 1 hectare. So there, I think we get a bit out of control. We don't want you to work lifelong to pay back that money, because with 11 guests, it will take quite a long time to get. I don't know the prices in Colombia, but it looks a little bit like the prices in Namibia, where you pay $1 for 1 piece of grass. So, but you always have to think about how can you bring down the costs. What was one subject we were working with? Reproduction. What can you reproduce to bring the costs down for 800? Always think about that. So see what you always have to try to explain at the beginning. How does our spacing look like? What are the tree lines, and where are you? What are you combining in the tree lines, and where do you expect to make the money? You have a hostel, huh? So food.
Yeah.
Food combined with the rooms you are renting out. So with the food that you can pay back such kind of an amount, and you need to sell it already quite much. Calculating. So always keep in mind, you need to think about, what do I want to earn? What do I need to earn? What do you think you need to earn from this hostel per month when you want to run this guest house and host it? Be careful that it doesn't become just a chicken hostel. You want to host people, and you need to be able to afford it. What are you expecting to get economically from the host guest house? $1,000 a month?
Yeah, like in this direction. As more, it's like that's also an additional, or not? It's like
it's additional income.
Yeah.
See, this is part of what you have to define at the beginning. When this is just a second or a third job for you, and you have some other earnings, you need to tell it, because otherwise we don't have the right combination for the context.
Yep, that's maybe to say that's not the only income, or that's an additional thing that we want to run by side. We have our normal jobs.
Okay.
It's like.
But still, you don't want to spend your money. You want to make some money. Try to define what you want to get. Is it $500 a month, or what are you expecting? You have rainy seasons, maybe you have foliar season. You have the weather of here more or less, huh?
Yeah, that's.
Okay. I don't want to become too long because Lucky is going deeper into the systems now. But as you have seen, this you don't need 850 square meters to run your house. You don't need 850. 100% sure for that, what you want for producing these meals, you will not need 800. Think about that because you could see what you can produce this morning. Okay?
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Papa. Any other recommendations? Eric?
Thank you, guys. For me, what I want to hear from you is when is this demonstration going to start to be ready? What will be the first plant to be harvested? I want to hear that up to the main plants, which are banana, mangoes, pie. So, briefly, tell us how will be the harvesting cycle. I want to hear that.
The succession of your systems. I have been cassava, pineapple, the tomatoes. I think this will be ranging from 3, 6, and 8 months. Yeah, we are expecting something. Okay, so Derek's question is very good. You have a very good design. And I can see the vastly that you are covering most your needs depending on your context. But you should always know, when am I expecting my first harvest? You have green ground, within 60 days you are harvesting. You have lettuce, within 30 days you are harvesting. You have the beans, within 45, 60 days you are harvesting. Then you are supposed to know, whatever you put in the soil, you have the zucchini, my favorite. Within 45 days, you are harvesting. Guys, know your plants. And for vegetables, you have to know that you are planting in phases. You don't need to plant the whole farm at once. Otherwise, you will do what he said, that you're going to have a season of vegetables, and 1 month later, you don't have anything. So, for vegetables, for a restaurant, for a hostel, you have to keep on planting. Every week, every 2 weeks, depending on how much you need. And that's the key for all vegetable production. And if you really want to, you have a very good context. Reduce, it is a garden for a small guest house. Perfect. You can do that. But you need consistency in production. So, you're supposed to know, if I plant my vegetables today, when am I harvesting them? There are some, I think like eggplants. Did I say eggplants? Yes. Eggplants, you will need to plant once, and they will produce for you for the next 1 year. So you know, I put them where I need them for 1 year. That I don't need to disturb them. Right? Then you leave space for all the rest. I have 3 questions. 1, what's the I didn't hear that.
First, you know the 2 lines.
1 tree line to the next tree line.
Having one for 4 meters.
Not plants, but the tree line.
From tree line 1 to tree line 2.
It's 4 meters. 4 meters.
You have from here to here. To here is 4 meters.
No,
Then-
no, yeah.
What is this?
So from here, this is the tree line, to here is 4 meters.
Okay, from
And
here.
this is 3 meters. Here and here and here is on are 3 meters.
Okay, so you have 3 meters, 4 meters, 3 meters. And then it repeats like that.
I have 5 lines, 3.
5 lines, 3.
And 6.
and 6, 4. 4. And what's the reason for that?
The reason, oh, that's a good question. The reason was, that's, we had the reason, but I can't explain the reason.
And who was with this group?
Where's our,
Can you please come? So there are some crops which need more light, so you increase to 4 meters. That is simple. You get it? You just want to understand. So that's the main reason behind it. Right? They have answered it. You are safe to go. Yes, yes.
Homestead and the guest house. And I have not heard a mention about the energy source for the two interest parties. Is this system going to provide fuel wood or fuel energy, both the homestead and the guest house?
no, I answer. No, also we don't need firewood.
Yes.
Because we heat with electrical stove or with gas.
With the gas.
Yeah, gas or.
So you are more interested in the ramio wood for enriching your ecosystem.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, beautiful. You see, I just want to show you one thing. It's the diversity of the plants. The diversity of the plants that in that context. A hostel, a restaurant, you can see you have a lot of spices, you have a lot of herbs, and beautiful. Something I love most. A restaurant, a hostel without hibiscus tea or hibiscus drink, I won't come to your place. So I think next year I have to come to Colombia.
Yes, you will come.
Hibiscus will be ready in 6 months. Okay, so otherwise I'm okay with it. Beautiful design. Go back and implement. Just to make sure, I'm just worried about these mangoes and the avocados. When you look at the spacing, when you have 4 meter spacing, you kind of are going to have issues.
It's the shade.
In shade.
Yes.
So I would maybe propose you have some bigger spacing, like 6 meters, and you have your mangoes within that line, okay? So you have like 10 meters, but it's 6 meters from one pillar to the next.
Even the numbers of those fruits given the expected consumer. Having very many mangoes there.
10 mangoes is a bit too much.
It's too much, yes.
You can reduce to 5 and increase more bananas.
Yes.
Definitely, increase more bananas.
Yes. They have neighbors.
Increase more bananas because these are like, I can't eat them alone. But otherwise, guys, I want to show you something. The way they presented, right?
Yes.
It was good.
Yes.
Starting with the context, they made us understand. We are not in, I've never been to Colombia. I've only watched movies and programs. So, but I didn't know that you have this kind of mind here. So I immediately knew that this area is like this. And if I didn't see any banana, I would cancel the project.
Yes.
But beautiful, thank you so much. We are really so happy and proud. Give them really a very huge hand clap. All right. Take the floor. Thank you so much. That was the presentation. Very happy.
Very sweet.
It was really good. And for systematic, clear.
For them, they have started already.
Yeah.
They have the money.
Good. I believe
Well done.
you will be able to.
Thank
you. I really did that.
I think when you practically do it, you will still see that you can
You can even add more.
have more. You can start with less because you have to do the constant production. For the vegetables, half of the seeds you will be able to mark or such kind of you can reproduce them. So that is a big potential.
The cost of production.
Thank you so much.
The cost of reduced plastic. Okay, so Congo all the way to Bujumbura. All the way to Bujumbura. Let's go.
Yes.
You have a future. Yes. ¿Cuáles son las
Reproduktion. Und noch was kommt gerade, wo du
Yes, papaya.
una vez
Mangos.
tú haces poco a poco, casi. Sí, después la costo es el mínimo.
All right. And start. You have 10 minutes of presentation. That's the advice quiet. Quiet, zero noise. Okay?
We are not in the group number 1.
Yes.
Group number 2. And I'd like to thank you for giving us I'm going to say Adam, 10 Mondays, I'm my mom. Patrick. So together we work on the design of homestead for 1 hectare. And we planned how this system can be productive and sustainable in our local context. And it's planned to be located in Kabare, South Kivu, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And the main objective of our homestead is to sustainably feed a family of 10 people, while also generating incomes. And we want the system to be to provide food, and at the same time to produce something that can be sold in the local market to improve the family's economic situation. And this homestead is composed by different types of plants, and they are organized in a way that can maximize the space and help to improve the soil fertility. And in addition, the system includes 5 goats. Yeah, 5 goats. And that goats can provide organic fertilization, and they can also generate incomes through reproduction and can be sold. So, thank you. Another member will going to present other details.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to. Okay, it's a pleasure for me to present the different plants we have with our system. First, we have cash crops, we have coffee. The spacing of coffee we have 4 meters by 5 meters. And the number of the plant coffee we have 433 for the coffee. Second, we have cassava. The meter we have 1 by 5 meters. And And the number of the plants, we have 1,328. Yes, for the fruit crops, we have banana. The space is 4 meters by 5, and the number we have 400. We have lemon tree, 10 by 10, 33. Mango. We have two the timber tree, Riveria 40.5, 12 the number of the plants, bamboo. We have 12, 20, 85 meter, one fertility tree. We have caliandra. The spacing we have 2 by 5, 223. Titonia, 0.5 meter, 382. Official medicinal plants, we have moringa, spacing 2 meter by 5, 223 plants. We have sweet potato, we have chili, we have pumpkins, and so I give the floor with another colleague to continue to present, but time is short.
Well, thank you very much.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll just continue from more stuff. And Ellie has almost said it all. I will mainly demonstrate where the trees are. And we actually started and thought it's important for us to make sure that the land is protected. And that's why we have bamboo on some of the sides. The V's you can see represent our bamboo on these two sides. And then we have Tithonia and the line of Napia on these other sides, in order for us to fence the land of the cultivating. And so since it's big, actually 2 acres, we're actually working with timber trees because they have bigger canopies. We chose very, very big trees, and we're separating them by 24.5 meters because we're also having other things in between. And those are followed by a line of fruit trees, and they are separated with a distance of 10 meters, a tree from another one. So we have different fruit trees like avocado trees, mango trees, and like oranges, lemon, and all that. And then so because we're trying to fit Emmanuel's family, which we are now part of, we have a line of cassava, because this family likes cassava very much, and if you're not giving us cassava, you're doing nothing. That's why we have a very, very good number of them, at a very good distance and very much repeated. And also we're having maize, represented as Eli showed. And our cassavas are separated by 1 meter so that we can have other little plants coming in to protect and feed the soil. And then we're also having potatoes, sweet potatoes, and we're having beans because that's a big deal to us. And we're also having some of the plants that help us stay healthy, including aloe vera, turmeric, and some of the other plants that we have. Yes, that'll be enough. But also we have a few walkways because we have to navigate around and go take care of our plants and see what's happening. And so we have on the borders, we have vertebrate to protect because we don't want to kill our own plants. And we just have this side because they're separated by walkways. So we have the same kind of crops on the other side. So the same things you see here, you find them here again. We're trying to have as many as possible because we have such a big land, we have such a big family, and a good number of goats. So we're going to feed and get money to pay the school fees for the baby ones that we have. All right, so that will be okay for now. I think you've seen the numbers, and I will let it to Emmanuel to explain the economics and how it works. Thank you.
1 minute. Thank you for the floor you are giving me. On economic aspect, I have to say only that in my region where I stay, really, first we are unstable. So sometimes we miss jobs to work. Then there are many lands who are free, but because of, okay, I just mentioned it, the war can be destroying you, no people. But my land is free, it's a free land, okay? And it's not well managed. So I will just include agroforestry because that side we do only monoculture. Then I thought if I convince my partner to help me, I can include this agroforestry regenerative system for me to be nourishing my children. So I will rely on maize first, on cassava and banana. These are really the food we need each day. And yes, and beans. Yeah. We have beans. There is no way we can go without beans. So as it's a big land, it's an hectare. I thought we can have 5 goats, since Napier and Tithonia will nourishing them. Then if there is a small, maybe a baby from a goat, and sometimes I can sell it to solve our other duties, or maybe to have more, to diversify the food of my needs. Okay? And also around the land, there are many people who also might mimic what I'm doing. It will be another economic contribution to reduce the weakness of others. So thank you since my time.
Before we open, what's the spacing from one pillar to the next?
A tree plant?
Tree line. One pillar to the next. What's the spacing?
Well, for the taller ones,
No. From one line to the next line.
10 meters.
10 meters.
Yeah, it's indicated.
Questions?
You see, sometimes calculations are depend a bit on good luck. You see, when you say we have 1 acre, that is how much? 40 by 100 meters.
10,000.
Huh?
They have 1 hectare.
1 hectare. Yeah, now we are coming closer. Huh? 1 hectare, because you were mentioning 1 acre. No, the thing is, you remember, when we have 10 meter spacing between the tree lines, how many tree lines do we have on 100 meters? 10, huh? 10 lines. So you have to be careful with the calculation, because you can immediately see when you have a spacing of 5 meter or 4 meter, when you have 4 meter spacing within the line, you know, I have 25 by 10, 250 plants, huh? When you have them in all the plants. These are simple things you need to get used to, because it helps you immediately to see, am I right with my figures? I think 10 meters to be economical. When I see what you're planting, first of all, self-sufficiency is no problem. You know it from this morning. Huh?
Yeah.
You think you need 1 hectare to be self-sufficient for your family?
Not really. We just discovered this morning.
What do you think? How much of the surface with you can look at the market? Look at what we have done this morning. You remember at the initial calculations we have done, and I always told you we don't need 1 acre to feed a family. We can do it with half of it. And this morning you have seen why and how we can do that. So when you have a wonderful diversity, you produce a lot, but still think about structure. Your 1 hectare this year is for the vegetable production, where you continuously have to plant, to replant. This one is for the animal husbandry, because you can do still much more out of it when you start structuring. Define the purpose, and then you will get. I'm amazed, as in the first project as well. You all are very far with thinking about fiber. That's really surprising. Lucky and myself, we are now giving trainings for 4.5 years or 5 years. And when we see how people are developing, you are, again, another step further than the last course was. So compliments, you have done very well from that point of view.
Thank you.
When it comes to economy, try always to set up key figures. 10 lines, you immediately know, okay, I have coffee, 4 meters, 25. We have 250, you are well. For 1 acre, for 1 hectare, that's okay. You can do that.
That's why it's not 5 meters. It's not 10 meters.
No,
your spacing is 5 meters.
It's 5 meters, yeah. 5 meters.
For the coffee.
So it's not 10
For the
meters,
coffee.
it's 5 meters.
Yes, we write it. It's an observation.
Yes, because you remember the figures from a 3 meter by 3 meter. On 1 hectare, it is 1,086 plants. So when we go to 6 meters, it will be half of it. It will be 500.
Yeah.
This should give you an orientation. Am I right with my figures? So here in this, when you say it's 10 meters, then we have a problem. But you see here, you have 5 meters everything. So we are already back at the things. But with this diversity, I guarantee you can earn money.
You can feed your family.
I guarantee you can earn money.
And it was my goal.
Yes,
This is my goal.
Please pay your school fees.
Thank you.
So, and I'm really happy for one thing. This gentleman was very honest that they really eat cassava.
And beans.
And beans. And if you look at the numbers of cassava, my friend.
But nowadays, we are trying to balance as well maize, actually. So we are missing actually.
Please try to always diversify. You see, when you eat cassava every day, increase your sweet potato, increase bananas, try to have pumpkins, increase them.
As you were doing.
Lucky, I have news for you.
Eh,
Even the number you have there,
it's very
we didn't have those.
Hey, really?
They just got up.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, that's really good. I will stress mind so much about your species. This I want to give to all of you. When you have a space like 1 hectare, and you are designing for a homestead, let's try to have designs like 4 different designs. Don't just always go for one design, right? I want to really stress that because look, you want to always grow your maize and your cassava. 5-meter spacing is okay. You can still grow maybe 3 lines of maize forever. But if you choose a bigger spacing for your maize, like for 6 meters, 7 meters, you are more secure. So you say you have this quota of yours for growing maize and beans. You get it? Your crops, big space. You have this space of yours for growing vegetables. Then you have a densified area of 3 meters, and you have your fruit trees. You have your cassava, you have your lemons, you have your coffee, you have your bananas, papayas, densified. Then you have another small area for fodder and firewood because you need it. You are not like Colombia. I know Congo is not like Colombia. You need fuel. So you really need firewood. Okay?
Yes.
So that's something you have to think about. I want to see a lot of firewood for you. Another area comes from the bamboo. This bamboo in your boundary, put it around the whole farm. Then you can put Mexican sunflower in between, okay? But you have to leave something like at least how many meters from the bamboo to your first tree line? How many meters should you put? 2 meters is very small.
What?
From your bamboo line to the first tree line inside. I would think at least leave 4 meters.
The bamboo is really extended.
Because bamboo definitely grows. Maybe you don't know bamboo, but bamboo. If you continue looking after it very well, it's really a good tree. I love it. But give it enough space. By the way, it's also a source of income.
Yeah.
Because people are buying the bamboo.
Yeah.
2, you have solved your construction problems on the farm. Chicken houses, cows, you need to have a simple pergola in your compound. Bamboo solves it all. Fencing, bamboo solves it. So just make those few
Elements.
Yeah, those few adjustments, your design is good.
Okay.
Another final advice I want to give to all of us is, you see these walkways. These walkways, there's something Papa and I discussed, and he brought the idea last year. Actually, 2 years ago, when we were setting up our farm. I've never seen something beautiful like that. You know, when you have planting grasses for your animals, you need it in a place you can easily access it. Imagine when you have it all around the roads, and you have 2 lines of grasses on either side. You just have to carry it either your wheelbarrow, or with your energy, or with your tricycle, and just chop, put on, and then you go. You don't need to lift 10 kgs from inside here, 50 meters to here. That's a very brilliant idea. Always put the grasses where you need them for your animals. It's something I always, the boundaries, the walkways, really a good idea. All right? Let's give them a round of applause. And thank you so much. That's very good. Yes, Fred.
One thing. Thank you guys, you made me proud of you.
Yeah.
You paid attention.
Yeah.
I want to see something implemented back in that area. For the rest of you, these guys come from where I used to live many years ago.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. So I need 2 groups to come and put your 2 groups.
Then they will be able to have a dramatic improvement in their health, their economy, and the environment overall. So we can introduce ourselves real quick, starting from there.
Yeah, I'm Damascus, and I'm the initiative's engineer.
Joel Paul Kakembo.
Lefembe, host farmer.
And I am Audrey Kanyesije, part of the Pamoja Initiative. So over to you to talk about
I'm Henry.
the context.
I'm coming from a village called Mukondo, and I've been staying there for more than 20 years. And I observed that in our village we have problems like firewood, food shortage, poverty, and of course, our children within the community, they lack nutrition. So when I had Pamoja, I approached them to come and make a partnership with them, establish a demonstration so that our village can improve in terms of getting firewood, food security, and nutrition for the young children. So we made a memorandum with them, and I gave them 1 acre to establish a demonstration farm for that purpose.
Many communities in rural central Uganda face challenges as follows. Limited land due to land fragmentation from inheritance. We have poverty as the main challenge, low incomes from poor families. We also have a problem of poor health due to monoculture, deficient agriculture, and then also unawareness. So our approach to this is to organize and sensitize, do sensitization in our communities, identify a host farmer, and also our ideal farmer should have qualities as follows. Should have 1 acre of land, should be near to the water, should also be willing to sign with us a memorandum with Pamoja, should have a good reputation in the community, should also be able to mobilize people in the community to do work together, and should also be able to mobilize and get to know the further needs in the same community.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Joel. To throw more light on these points.
6 minutes.
Okay. So we assume is our model farmer or is our host farmer. And remember, in his words, he said he gave us a land of 1 acre of his land. And on that 1 acre, we have established for him this demonstration farm. We assume that in his community, their challenge, being coffee farmers, we've based on coffee, banana, and papayas as the main cash crops, because we assessed and we saw that it can grow well in that area. So this is how our land is oriented. First of all, he gave us a full plot which is 100 by 40, which measures 100 by 40, and this is how we designed it. We first built the borders with Napier, double line at 1 meter spacing. And then after that, we made pathways. The main pathway has 3 meters, and then the middle pathway has 2 meters. So after subtracting all those areas that we've used not for main garden, we remained with an area of 35 meters by 96. So that's what we are going to operate on. Our tree lines are spaced 5 meters away, 5 meters, and in the tree line we have spaces of 3 meters from one commercial plant to the other. As you can see here with the key, we have, now this land, we divided it into 4 portions. And we are going to do the real farming on only 3 portions. Why? Since he is our model farmer or our host farmer, we thought that some of the members will also pick the idea from him and they would love to extend to practice the type of farming he would be presenting to them. So we left a space of over 840 square meters, and it will be for the nursery. We want him to produce the planting materials for the farmers who will show interest in implementing what they will have learned from this farm. So this space is not under production with the tree lines, it is spared for the nursery. That's why one of the qualities of a host farmer that you had in the introduction, that he has to be near a water source. The water source is mainly to facilitate the running of this nursery. In our tree lines, we don't have the emergent lines. We don't have, sorry, the emergent plants, the emergent trees. We have put them in the middle of the tree lines, 2.5 meters away from the main tree line. And where we have the line of emergent trees is the line that we are going to use to produce the vegetables to feed the family. So, let me try to explain this. Where you are seeing the red dots, that is a line of ginger and turmeric. They will be 2 feet away from the main line, from the main tree line, and they will be between the papaya line and the main tree line. We shall have two stretches of ginger and turmeric, but alternating. If you have ginger on this line will have turmeric, and that's how it will go. According to our calculations, the 96 meters will give us 19 lines, and we shall have over, this system will repeat itself for 19 times. So if we have a tree line here, in between this first line, we shall skip 1, 2, 3 more tree lines, and then we have another tree line of emergent crops, for the emergent trees down here. Yes. And then the upper line, where you are seeing the blue dots on the upper line, let me say this is our tree line, it is facing this side. On this side, 2 feet from the main tree line, we shall have ginger and turmeric. Then on the left-hand side, we shall have two stretches of vetiver. Those will help us to do the mulching and to control the soil erosion around the tree line. So all the biomass that will be producing along this, all the napier that will be here, the farmer will have like 5 goats and a cow. So we hope he can feed them from this and then this line of giant grass that is running on the pathways. Yes?
Our main economic crops, as we have seen in our plot of design, we have papaya and banana as being our main economic crops. And after 1 year, we will have, on looking on our economics, we will have a number of 151 papayas, and then per fruit we expect to have at least 10 fruits. That will be giving us, we shall be selling at a rate of 500, totaling to 755,000. Our source of funding was trade donation. That is where we got our initial
fund. Yes. And to make it more clearer, when you go to the second page of our document, is where we have the budget to establish this demo garden. And then we estimated, okay, it is a rough estimate. We expect to use something like 5 million, 5 million point 3 to establish this demo farm. And we did a rough estimate of what we can harvest from this garden for the first year. This is what we can harvest only for the first year. So the first year we expect to have gross income of 9.1 million from this demo plot. So, then to throw some light again, he said we have 151 fruits.
30 seconds.
Yes. 151 fruits, how do they come? If you multiply, you multiply this one, okay, it is even here. You might be confused. 3 by 3, it gives you 168 plants. But now we assumed that we lost the 10% of the fruits during the process. So it leaves us with 151 plants that we calculate on. Yes.
You haven't talked about the cassava and the maize and the
now, the tree line, this first tree line has emergent trees and vegetables, And then, in the spaces where we don't have the emergent line, we have stretches of cassava in the middle. Yes. Then these other spaces that we are going to use them to produce maize and beans for, and then the space for the nursery also, before establishing the nursery for the first season, still we shall produce there our annual crops, maize and beans. Yes? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a hand. Thank you so much, Pamoja. Questions?
I think we all can immediately feel that at least one guy here is working on the farm.
Yeah.
I think it becomes very obvious. Now you have, these guys come up with a budget, these guys come up with a list, everything is already done. So it means it's a person that has a certain experience.
Yes.
Which, of course, is a good thing. Now you came up with a budget of about $1,500, something like that, for 1 hectare.
Of course, yes.
When you are looking at your budget, do you think you can reduce this investment budget?
Yeah.
Dramatically or a little bit?
A little bit.
A bit. Dramatically.
What would be needed to reduce that budget dramatically? Time, because you can do reproduction. You can do reproduction.
Okay.
You have quite high costs for items. And you see, when you eat jackfruit, you will not buy jackfruit seedlings. You have your plant nursery. That's perfect. So when you decide to do that in 6 months' time, you have 6 months to reproduce a lot of things. You have here on the list where you can save more than 50% of the budget you have there.
Okay.
So planning ahead, the bigger your project becomes, planning ahead saves you a hell of a lot of money. Now you have seen you plant 100 meters of grass. That means you have another 100, you have 100 times 100 meters. That is enough for your farm. It's all about timing. This is really an important thing to look at. But I'm amazed to see, I'm always a little bit, you see, I'm a jackfruit eater. And when I only see one here,
I know. We only did one jackfruit.
And think about that. Jackfruit is an extremely important commercial plant because it supports animal husbandry as well as it supports the sales of the longer term run. And what do you get from jackfruit after 20 years?
Wood.
That is expensive. So don't forget these important trees, and you could see how they grow. But that's amazing. You have a partner over. Thank you so much indeed. It's good. You see that the structuring of the hectare is very important. It should not look like copy paste on the whole structure. And the nursery, the animal husbandry, vegetable also. It's a part. You will never grow the vegetables on 1 hectare because you don't want to harvest a tomato here and then 100 meters there. You get another tomato. You want to harvest it close by. So design, when it comes to vegetables, don't put the vegetables at the end of your farm where you have to walk every day just to pick up your vegetables. It's the same with the fodder as Lucky has mentioned it. Plant it along the roads and you can harvest it very easily. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Thank you so much for Moja Initiative. Just one quick question. What's the spacing from here to here?
2.5.
From here to here, right?
Yes.
2.5, eh?
Yes.
This from here to here is 5 meters.
Yes.
And your highest part on this line is banana.
Yeah.
All right, so, and this is for village, right?
Yeah.
Production-wise, it's not so bad when I look at the number of plants in 1 acre. The spacing of 5 meters, not bad. What I would recommend would be really removing this line and incorporating it in the main tree line for one reason. If you want to really comfortably continue growing this maize and beans, always try to create
Enough space.
enough space. Okay. We incorporate the trees in the tree line and have this as a whole block of
Annual crops.
annual crops. You can maybe increase it by adding grasses, because grasses won't refuse you to grow your maize and beans continuously.
Okay.
So I will put a line of grasses in between. More biomass, and that grass will be basically for biomass of
The tree line.
not the tree lines, basically
that
of the space. But even the maize needs mulching. It's something now we are really going into deep. How can we produce maize without any fertilizer? Then another good context was the perspective of the plant nursery. Man, that was the point. That's a plus. Thank you for thinking that way, because you really need it. And it will make you more money. It can make you more money than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because when you do this right, people will become jealous. When they become jealous, what happens?
They would like to do
They
it.
want to do it.
Yeah, we want to do it.
No. So when you have it right, and then they want to come and start doing it, then they'll come and buy the materials from your place. Okay? About the 1 cow and the 5 goats, no problem about that, but increase your fodder. A cow which you have to have food, milk for a homestead. Please never have 1 acre of agroforestry and have no cow. I stress that. Never plan for an acre and you don't have a cow. At least 5 goats. Alright? But at least have some animals, because you can look after them very well. Let's give them a huge hand clap. There is
Okay, guys. Your introduction, I had about the model farm.
Yes.
So it's like a demonstration for the community, whereby, in simple terms, it's a learning center where people can get ideas and go back and do implementation. Was it right?
Yes.
So I have one question before I proceed. This is found in Uganda, and in which region?
Central Uganda.
Central Uganda.
Central Uganda. So if you are planning to come up with a community model farm, try to understand well what are the key community needs in that region. You demonstrate them differently, because someone may be interested or like need a certain demonstration, and you don't have that knowledge to offer to him. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
There are some key needs in this region, including the issue of climate change, mental conservation, order, economics, food, subsistence. So, in my understanding, if you are dealing with a model farm for a community, all those aspects be demonstrated individually in your system. Because you have a learning, you're creating a learning center today. You're modeling the system to the community. But I see you have tried to show some, but
it's not
others are
full.
still missing. I don't see the issue of environment, and it's gone so fast, especially here.
So he's literally building a woodlot.
Yeah,
So that is true. No, you can do that.
So you have to demonstrate animals.
That is something you should always put in consideration. Demonstration farm, various designs, people have options.
Yeah, so Mr. David, I think what you are trying to say is right, that the establishment of the demonstration was a demand-driven service. It was me, a farmer, part of the community, demanding a similar demonstration to help my farmers within the locality. So the needs, we told them the needs.
Experience matters.
Eventually.
Your question is silenced in the meeting. But in reality, like when it is a defined demonstration, it is true.
Yeah.
Various, but since it is demand-driven, we are okay.
And we can also see we are living in a pineapple.
Yeah.
But I don't find
Yeah, he doesn't want pineapples.
they don't want them. They don't want
I cannot like
He didn't demand for it.
He doesn't like
He
them.
doesn't like them.
Okay.
So the thing was, we also had that discussion before coming to the final, whatever. But our idea was, because if we do that, we are creating another BLI somewhere. You know, and already we have BLI where we can refer people
We
to.
are working
So it was like, we can't form another BLI away from BLI. If we have people who want to now do something else and which is not here, but they want to see it before they do it, then we are going to refer them to BLI. Then after they are convinced.
I want to say that we should be flexible now.
Yeah.
Regenerative means what you have established is not going to be permanent.
It's true.
It's your house to room. And other
Experiment.
and be introduced. So we don't have to say we are bound.
No.
But the design is okay. What has been presented for us. And at the end of the day, with pressure from the neighbors, you know, you are a dream maker. But be sure that when these farmers come to you, you are going to see another list of proposals that will enhance the design, the farm itself, that from which they will demand modifications, other models that still bring back the point we are driving at. But thank you for being an initiator, because you have seen before, and therefore the degree, one of the principles, the flexibility in our operation is very key. The moment if you decide to become rigid, don't get surprised to be defined as an island, and it remains the Hillary thing, and at the end of the day, it does not replicate other models that would help, because we must take the aspect of regeneration.
That's very true, Mr. Kole, and Derek, thank you so much. I want to stress this again, that all organizations which are dealing with communities, put that at the back of you. Not yours, but you can solve various needs. Like you come to BLI demonstration. You have how many designs?
Yeah, 8.
You have 8 different designs. And actually, that's not all.
Yeah.
We are thinking of other things coming up. Because every day you see a different approach to a different need. So be flexible, design your farm very well. You don't need 100 meters for experimentation or showing. No. You saw today, 6 by 10 is enough for showing a different approach. All right?
Yes.
Let's give them a huge round of applause. And thank you so much. Actually, Zunera Mambo, I just heard that you have a PPT to present, right? For that, you will be the last. Sorry about that. So I need another group to come.
Zundera.
Okay, next group, please come and put your. I'm sure you have a juice. There's still some more juice there. Drink, rehydrate. Actually, it seems like Victor is already streaming live. I don't know if it's through the Power Ladies or the VLAN TV. Both of the two. So you are live. I don't know to where, but to the whole world. All right. So the viewers, thank you for watching, and let's hope you will be able to copy what we are teaching. Okay. My brothers from the north. You are ready for eating la pena? And cassava. Wait, cassava is called what? Mogo. Mogo? Yes. Even I showed you. Yes, actually it's called iguana. Yes, it's called iguana. So you see, you have friends from DRC. Yes, because they're saying iguana every day. Alright, guys. We are now, this is the fourth group, right? Huh? No, fourth. Fourth, yeah. That means we are already 60%. Yeah? That's good. We still have enough time. We are sorry, as I told you, we have a tight schedule because from here you just go and shower a bit, then you come back. And then dinner and the closure will be combined together. Guys, 1 minute, you should start. Alright, you can start, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here in front of you, we are from Northern Uganda. We are practicing regenerative agroforestry. And in front of you here, I'm called Emmanuel Oyuko. I have two friends of mine here. They can introduce themselves.
I'm Brenda Pio.
Jimmy Aporo, my name.
Okay. In front of you here, we have chosen a demonstration plot or demonstration, a half an acre for annual crop production. The reason why we have chosen the annual crop production, because there we have the problem of nutrition. And among this annual crop production, we have identified the key major crops. Those are vegetable crops. We have spinach, we have sukuma wiki, sukuma wiki, and green gram. Spring onions, not green gram. So the reason why we have selected those, because we have a challenge that side, the challenge of the weather, because we have unreliable rainfall. Secondly, the nutrition, because most people there, they eat sorghum that you people doesn't want to hear. They eat cassava, and a few individuals who plant bananas. I could say only 2% of people there who plant bananas. If you're finding bananas, you're going to find these local indigenous bananas. that are mostly affected by diseases. So, and we have a challenge there because all the vegetables are being exported from a nearby district. Like Umbale, they take for us tomatoes, they take for us spinach, cabbages, and other things. So we want to address that challenge since we have the knowledge of that. So, not only that, in this half an acre, we have planned for a family of 4. And in a family of 4, we have 3 goats and a rabbit. Hey, a rabbit house, and we are keeping around 5 rabbits. We have started with 5 rabbits because we want to start, because we are starting with the principle that we have the principle of the regenerative agroforestry and the principle of extension, because we are going to what? To the farmers. So the principle of extension states that start with what they have, from where they are, and help them so that they help themselves. So that is why we have chosen this. So in this, I cannot explain everything because we cracked down this, the 3 of us, we are from the north. We came up with a solution, and this solution, the friends of mine will help us. So I throw the ball to you.
Once again. We're in northern Uganda already. I think all your minds should be there. You've never reached there, even your bodies are there. So we said we have a problem of nutrition. We don't have matoke there. We have these other types of banana, the sweet banana. But we would also love to introduce matoke, of which we came out with our plants that we would want. Banana we got here, and we are going to plant banana in 4 by 6 meters, and we are going to get in the whole of our piece of land, which is 48 by 38, because we have 50 by 40. But because of the boundaries, we've taken 2 meters away. We have the boundaries here. This is the boundary line, and the boundary line we've decided to plant Tetonia for the protection of our plots. Then we also got another line for Napier grass, that is to cater for our goats and also to help us with mulching and other things. Then banana, we have 76 of them. We also have fertilizer plants, whereby you will see Lucenia. We also have papaya and any other things. We have like fruit trees. Those are the high stratas. Those are the mangoes, avocados, and the soursop. The soursop, we love it so much at our home. If you go there, it is mashed. We love it so much. We just love eating it like that.
Yeah, you can see how they are growing.
So the fruit trees, we have like 8 of them. So we shall be diversifying it among our tree line. Then we also have the timber trees. The timber trees, we have the lira, we call it lira in our language and also in English. We have Riveria, we have teak, and teak we call it etek in our language. Then we have eucalyptus, and we love eucalyptus. If you go there, you'll find very many of them. So we are going to plant those timber trees, and there are 76 of them. We have also lower strata trees, that is the papaya, the lemon, the guava. We have 152, and we are going to plant them 2 meters by 6 meters. I think let me welcome Jimmy to speak. Another thing, then maybe I'll get.
Thank you, my colleagues, for the opportunity and time you have given to me. I've greeted all the participants, my fellows, and our bosses. Thank you for this time. Above all, what I would like to handle, most of our things here is self-explanatory. If you see like a tree line to dense line, it is 3 meters. And then if you look down here, a tree line to a tree line, it is 6 meters. And if you look here, here is our key. This key is showing what is here. You may come and ask, what is the meaning of B, C, P, O, P, P, O, G, Hara? All are well explained here. That is for your understanding. And for us, most of the concern, if you are going to your garden, you must be having a road, because we human beings, we don't have our wings. So therefore, this is the main road, and this is the entrance into our demo. So that's why we have indicated it here, it as a pathway. I hope you are picking it well. I think that is the summary of what we have, unless maybe Emma want
Okay,
to
thank you
summarize
so much, Brother Jimmy.
Yes, 1 minute.
Thank you so much, Brother Jimmy. In here, we don't want to make this drawing of ours look, the drawing of a demo look very exhausted. That's why you have not seen the road sign here. But our roads, we have measured 2 feet in between here. In between here, there are 2 feet road. Waste space. And that space is for throwing what? The biomass. We are going to pass through there on top of our biomass. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Team Northern Uganda. That was really good to hear. All right, questions? Yeah.
So for the money, I can answer that. Since we are still starting, we cannot exaggerate figures here. Because we are starting, we know papaya will fruit after 6-7 months and start giving us. Because you'll start giving 1 papaya, 2, 3, 4. You cannot put like papaya 700,000. No. For the start, we are going to eat some and some, because our aim is to improve the nutrition. We're going to eat some and some will what? Sell out. And we see the difference. So the next season that we are coming, we know that we are going to what? To get this amount, or it will be down or up. Because if we exaggerate the number of all the figures of money here, we will go wrong.
Okay, he will answer you, I know.
Yeah.
My first question is, where are you going to make your money?
That's the first question.
Money?
Again.
Yes. After, okay, after.
I think you can show it here. Huh?
Okay. We are going to make our money from vegetable first. Because vegetable, these are annual crops, they don't take long. Other 3 months, 2 months. So we are going to start from vegetables. Papaya will come in. Cassava, because the number of cassava here is much for what? For 4 people in the family. Because we started. So that one is much. We can sell some. That is where we're going to get our money from. Eh?
How much do you get from cassava?
Cassava? Because there, we are going to sell those cassava, but cassava there, if you go there, you are going to eat cassava and run away because they give you of this size, the size of my hand, around a half a meter long. They give you 4 of them 1,000.
Okay.
Yes.
So how you get the money out?
So for cassava, that one, for short-term cassava, that is 6 months. But for those ones of long, they take 9 months and 1 year plus. So it depends on the cassava stem and the variety you are putting in your garden. If you put the one for long term, but we are putting the one for 6 months. 6 months. Because we are dealing with the annual crops.
Have you seen a farm, a cassava farm that makes a lot of money?
Yes.
Is
we
there?
have seen even near within our district there is also.
When you have a hectare, when you go for monoculture, how much are you going to produce on 1 hectare?
You produce, but the money cannot be much as the way we have designed here.
Okay. Yeah. Now, let's have a look at which are the trees that make you money on the longer term run.
We have the trees. Fruit trees.
Look at that number here. You think you make a lot of money here?
No.
You have excellent, you see the soursop, that's really, really good.
The reason why we have said like the number is 8, we are dealing with the trees, fruit trees with a bigger canopy, like mangoes, avocado.
Yes, is that a good idea? You need 15 meters within the line?
Because there are other plants.
Soursop, you see soursop does not need a very big canopy. We have plenty of soursop in Malawi. Where do you make the money from soursop? From the fruit only?
Leaves, bark.
Leaves. But you see, here, this number, you don't have a lot of trees here, so you don't really make money here. So when I see the spacing, you have a huge potential in densifying the trees that really make you money. It's not the short term. You see all these onions. Okay, you can make money. I have the impression, but you see the other vegetables are not really high value vegetables. You see, and when I see the variety here, you are still at a quite poor diet. What could be other crops that grow in drier areas that can make you money?
We have chilies.
Chilies.
Chilies is also there. As you see, chili is there also.
Yes, but when we are looking here at vegetables, look at okra.
Okra.
Look at eggplants. These are still things, they are productive.
Okay.
They are productive. And they make more money than what you are putting. But from the economical side, when you only have 8 of these really good fruit trees, the economy is low. You still have to think about that. And all of these, you see, these trees, they grow in your area. You don't have a problem. Mangoes anyway, they grow. Soursop also, they're just the implementation. Think about that. There you have a potential. These 2 things you can really optimize.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for the
much.
comments.
Baba.
Thank you for the
You see,
comments.
from the perspective of where they are coming from, here you're already in the clouds. When you have this on ground, you might make even chief of the village. I tell you honest, I have been to their place, and these guys are pure agriculture farmers, and very limited in, first of all, food. Am I lying?
No.
That's the truth. They have open fields. Here we are in paradise. Adding 76 banners. If I was you, I would increase numbers for one reason. This has market. I was in Gulu for 6 years. You can't imagine how much we are buying bananas from Gulu market. And they're coming from this way, yet you can grow them. Yeah. Even your people themselves, why I wonder is they don't like to plant them, but they love growing them. They love eating them. They really love eating these plants. So, I would really increase these numbers, all right? Fruit trees, from my point of view, you cannot make out of money because everybody has soursop and mangoes. These guys everywhere, they are mangoes. And during the season of mangoes, you find mangoes everywhere, like they're flowers. You just go to a house, a homestead of a person with a basket. Don't even greet. Nobody will test you. That's how much mangoes they have. So, I would really think of this. I know it will make money for you. Your timber trees, that is okay. Teak, don't put a lot because they will take long time. Eucalyptus, Brevea, Melia, very good for your area. All right? Papayas, these will make you money. I know that. They will make you enough money. Lemons, your area is good for citrus. Very good temperatures for citrus. All the citrus you see in Kampala, by the way, for your information, I think 90% comes from their area. Limes would be interesting. Limes, you know limes? The small ones, eh? Yeah. Those would be interesting for you to replace. So with your spacing of 6 meters, you have a flexibility of increasing the productivity, right? Otherwise, me, I'm happy with your design. What I would really recommend is adding also diversifying the vegetables, right? Because now when people see that you are eating your cassava, by the way, I want to tell you something. In their area, this is the place you eat cassava in the morning, cassava lunch, cassava dinner, cassava in the midnight. Every time. And you see, I would have no problem eating it with a very good recipe. Just go into the garden, chop, remove the peel, put in water, boil, put salt, and you eat.
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes with no salt, imagine. So, imagine now people see you, now you are eating your cassava with spinach, eating your cassava with sukuma wiki, and you like okra. So okra you can dry, so it has a very good preservation method. So look at moderately increasing these vegetables, right? Otherwise, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Yes, I see. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Share butter, right? You can put some trees in there.
Okay. What I forgot to say, what would be an alternative economically when the climate becomes more delicate for growing certain
and also for their
growth,
very right.
income, animal husbandry.
These guys have a lot of animals.
When you have the possibility that the problem that the rain patterns are changing too much, you can go for animal husbandry as a main source of income. Because this is an important thing to look at.
I really buy that. These guys have, when you go to their area during the dry season, you find the cows almost dying. Am I lying? You find them with bones, skinny. I've passed through their region for some time. February, oh, delicate. You can even cry. But imagine, you buy these cows from these people, you have your fodder, and you do fattening. Imagine. Those are all income sources. So when you say what's the economy of your plan, your system, it does not mean that it just tell us what you plant. Also what you save. Because if you are supposed to buy all these, but you are saving, you are also earning money because you are saving. So economics come from saving and also saving. So when you are explaining, like I'm explaining economics, you expect you to explain to us the production, succession productivity. 3 months, you harvest this. 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, and then our long-term fruits are these. And when you look at the figures, you see how many bananas we have. Because for us, we immediately see here, bananas. No, you have to increase. Fertilizer plants, that's a lot, but very good. Timber trees, fruit trees, no. Timber trees, 76. Okay. Here, you see these numbers here. This is a very huge number for papaya, lemon, and guava. Guavas, you don't have market for guavas. I know that. Very limited market. Okay? So you need a few guavas.
The reason why we put guavas, we can change them into juice.
Where? In your house?
No, house even outside. You mix with other things.
That's why you don't put a lot of guavas. Nobody will come and buy this.
No, you mix with
So,
other
but
things.
when you add more bananas, because wherever a guava can go, a banana can go.
Yes.
Are you together?
Yes.
So increase more bananas, reduce guavas. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. It's really, really good to see. That's how you are. I'm really happy. Realistic designs. Very happy. Thank you so much. You can take your designs because you need to go with them back home. Okay. Okay, so we are left with one group to present before Mona Lisa's group. And it's group what? Group Western. Group Western Uganda. Oh man, they're going to mountains now. Mountains of the moon.
Oh.
We shall be mixing. Or else we are going to hammer you. We have to make you proud. And you give us money. We have to make you proud and you give us money.
This is our funder, by the way. It has ring. What is here?
What is our 1 year thing? We are harvesting coffee in 1 year.
No, 3 hours.
Yeah, this is for 1 year. I'm going to present this one, introduce, the design it is present.
Okay. All right, we have, okay, we start. We have 20 minutes. 5.
We have 20 minutes for the presentation.
We have 10 minutes for presentation.
So, guys, welcome to the money. Someone was scared of having another Bethany, but we have our Rwenzori Bethany Institute. And on that, we have, it's a female-headed household that will host you. So my part is to introduce a bit about the Rwenzori, and he's the economist who works the money for the lady to manage. And then she will give us the agronomy. The Rwenzori mountain is basically a sloping area with above 15% slope. Yeah. Losing up to 11 tons per acre per year, with a rainfall between 1800 millimeter to 2200 millimeter. So very close to the equator, and you remember what they were saying about the nearness to the equator, but good enough. The coffee can still grow in most parts, and the banana. Many of the households actually have banana as their staple food, and then coffee as the main source of income. But the big battle is with the soil erosion. Amidst the advantage of having plenty of water and also some gravity. Now, when you see coffee, that means a lot of nutrients being transported. On top of the soil erosion, nutrients are leaving also in form of coffee husk, okay, which is never returning to the farm. So my task is very simple. I am the chief of the mountain. And you can listen now to the experts.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. CEO. And so my farm is located in Afese, in a place called Ugoye, at around 900 meters above sea level. And so we decided, when they came to me, I decided to go. We went for the banana of Regenerative Agroforestry system. Why? Because the culture in our area is coffee, majorly. But we also, our main source of food, as in our area in Western Uganda. Also to clarify, we are from Western Uganda, but he is from the Southern West. So for us, we are in the, I don't know which is west-west. So Kasese Mbarara, but his Mbarara is close to Kasese, so we have the same elevation. Yep. So one of my elevation for my farm, it's at 900 meters above sea level, but we have farmers in our organization that are around 1,200 to 1,500 above sea level. So that is higher. So we decided to go for contour system because we have the biggest challenge, as he has said it, is water runoff and soil erosion. So we are using we are using contours. So from one contour to another contour was 20 meters. And we are also using our contours for pasture. So this is a household that has 1 cow and 2 goats. Yeah. So, so we are using our contours for pastures, and we have 2 types of pastures. We have vetiver for soil and water control, but at the same time, then we have Napier. We had also Napier. We also had Guatemala. It's called Guatemala, right? Guatemala. Yes, it's called Guatemala. So we have from one tree line to another tree line was 4 meters. And in our tree line, we have coffee, bananas at the same distance, like 4 meters apart. And our first tree line, it has those words, emergency tree. Yeah, the emergent tree, which is albizia. So our emergent trees are at 20 meters apart. And we are basically dealing with Arabica coffee. And because our main, besides this, because for us, our staple food is obundu. Obundu comes from cassava. So during day we eat cassava, we mix cassava and matoke. That's why I said we eat more of katogo. And that's it. Every lunch is katogo. But katogo of anything. So even if we grow potatoes, even if we grow cassava, even if we grow what, everything will work. So that our farm is diversified in that way. However, we have more of cassava. So between a tree line, we have a line of cassava throughout our 50 by 100 meters. Because we need cassava for lunch, we need cassava to make flour for dinner. And then
lunch is katogo.
Dinner is flour, paste. Yes. So exactly. So we have, but also we were looking at the first making sauce, also making money for the first months, first year. So we are intercropping cassava with the beans. So everywhere that there is a line of cassava, there will be lines of what? Of beans in those spaces. Then we also have, okay. So we also have, on the same tree line, we are integrating with, we call them what? Biomass tree, biomass. Biomass, and we have Coriandra, Glyceria, and Lucena at a distance of 2.5. Yeah, at a distance of 2.5 apart. Then on every banana, we have a papaya because we need money in the first year. And on every banana, we have a repellent, we have marigold, we also have, that's it. So we also have fruits. So we have fruits. We went for 3 fruits. That is mango, avocado, and guavas. Because we are dealing with with households. I'm one of the households, but we are looking at, besides that commercial part of we want to sell the coffee, we want to have the bananas, we also want to balance the nutrition. So we only went for 3 fruits for now. Yep, so that is basically our design. So our economists can take over to tell us how much we need and how much we expect to get out.
Very much. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, Janet. Let's come to the money, the most important part of the discussion. So, yeah, harvest money. So we need to first look at the cost, first of all. We calculated the exact number of cassava cuttings needed, and it's 1,250, 200 shillings each. Gives us this amount of 62,500. The beans as well, we'll invest 20,000, 10 kgs for planting. The bananas, 275 plants according to the design, 1,000 per sucker, 275,000. The coffee is quite expensive, 3,000 each, and we are 325, giving it 975,000. An interesting expensive one are these biomass. We are told they're expensive because they're a bit rare, Coriandra, Glycera, Lucena. So if we can get a cheaper one, that will be good, but it's at 2,000 and they are 625. That gives it 1.25. It was a bit scary, but we had to write it. Then also the Napier, we're going to buy our land at 10 million in the mountain. The labor, 2 million for the year. Then for the animals, 2 million as well. The emergent trees, there are very few, just 5 trees, 5,000 each. And the fruit trees are also not many. They're just 50 trees at 150,000. So our total cost
is 16,999,000. Yeah, the land is a tricky problem. So let's go to the money. The cassava, it's a very interesting one. As she has said, the demand is there. And the estimate is at 2,000 per tree, not each tuber. We are trying to calculate at a low level. So we'll get 2.5 in the first year. Remember, I'm calculating the first year, the second year, and the third year. So the beans is also small money, 100 kgs, and we will sell and get 200,000. The papaya, also not so much, but there are 275 plants, and each plant 2,000 shillings, not there. So we get 550,000. The bananas, it's some good money, 275 plants, 10,000 each. We didn't go into the cuttings, but we estimated. That would give us 2.7. So for the first year, we can get 6 million, but we will still have a debt of 10 million to balance the economics. But the interesting part is the coffee. Long term, after 3 years, which is the main crop. For the 325 trees, estimate that each tree can give you 7 kilos of Arabica, well cared for, and the selling price at 12,000 per kilo. And that would give us this big money that you're scared about, which is 27 million per year. I believe it can change and transform our household and as well solve the problem that the first person talked about, the environment and the erosion. It could be a good lesson for the rest of the people, and we can save the Rwenzori mountain. Thank you so much for listening.
And, before we welcome the questions, now as he spoke about coming to his farm to buy, remember the other principle of production. Maybe we should save on those seedlings for the biomass trees and start multiplying. So no business, Mr.
Actually, you find yourself you have to come. Because I see you want to plant everything at once for you to get that money. And planting once you have to plant together. I'll be waiting for you. All right, questions. Okay, we have questions from behind. Yes, Damascus first.
Yes. So thank you, Group 5 now, according to the order of presentation. And my question is, how are you going to make it, or what technique are you going to use to make sure that you have 100% each plant survival? How are you sure that you planted 275 and you are very sure that all the 275 are going to survive? But it is not so.
Very good.
Okay.
That is how much we believe in this place.
But that's a good question.
It's a good.
In our mind, we are just following our expectations.
Yeah.
So that's why you see that our cost, our market expected amount of money. We are sure in reality, one cassava plant can give you even 10K. That goes well, but we are putting money. I thank you for the question. We'll keep it in mind.
Next, yes, Mr. Mura.
I am one of the. I find very hard that we at least get one from the Rwenzori Mountains. Specifically, the mountain chief has defined the situation the Rwenzori is going through. I think what he should have also mentioned is this: the area is very small, is densely populated, because it is lying where people are staying is between two national parks, the Rwenzori Mountains National Park and Queen Elizabeth National Park. The population is growing. I think now we are going to 1.2 million. And that gives a very big question that land is becoming scarce. And something we should have, I want us to underscore, is that the agricultural setup of the Rwenzori Mountain has been on the basis of a test tube. For the last 5 years, I think 6 years, vanilla was booming. And what happened? The farmers, some cut their coffee and established those small household lands into a vanilla bush. Now vanilla has gotten, the price has slackened. Now they have cut it. Now there is a mention of hash avocado and a mention of cocoa. Again, people are planting cocoa, forgetting the bananas and again forgetting the coffee. Then again, some regions where she comes from, the Goya area, because the mountains has specific areas of potentials. In the Rwenzori, you can have a coffee from Goya sub-county tasting different from the coffee from Charumba sub-county, tasting different from the coffee from Chitoro. So because of all those different dynamics, we don't have a stable farming system. And I'm just happy that the chief of the mountains has come. And from the time we have gone through the week, one thing I have noticed that we need in Kasese is to understand that when we let nature take course by biological diversity, would be the richest. Because if you look at an admix of coffee and cocoa, like you saw in Bundibujo, if Bundibujo can also integrate their cocoa with coffee, then they have money throughout. So I think this approach, the model that has come, I would think we also take it with a high level of flexibility with the inclusion of more commercial plants that can still do better even when, despite the size of the land. That's one point. Second point I would like to mention is that One Health, the principle of the One Health. To be very sincere, Roland was mentioning something to do with the monoculture. Go to Mulago Hospital, Barara Hospital, any other big hospital. A bigger population of Kasese are clients to the hospital in the cancer and the diabetic. You call it what? Those who suffer from high sugar problems. The diabetic clients. Because we have been purely victims of monoculture. Cassava. As she was proudly saying, breakfast, lunch, supper. For us who are not staying there for a long time, we may not be clients of this disease, but to be very sincere, our populations, their lifespan is checked because they are direct victims right away from childhood to this type of monoculture food. So the chief of the mountains, we would like to see if we can have a model sub-county or a model village that can demonstrate this, but with a lot of different models that will address individual farmers' needs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Okay.
Now, you're starting with a very important aspect. What guarantees you here? What guarantees you to make money in your area? You were talking about rain. We were talking about runoff. So, number one, economically, structure your landscape. Number one. Because this will not happen economically when you have this runoff and soil loss every year. At least not for the next generation. So the key thing is how you structure. And you know when you have such a strong runoff, density will even play a much bigger role than you have it in the flat area. Number one. I think I like the setup. I like very much to work on hilly areas because, as Sylvester mentioned, due to the slopes, you have a very special situation concerning the sun. and you normally get different product qualities along the hills. Very often, especially for fruits, that is something we know from the experience. So hilly areas are always very interesting. Now, you have calculated income. Is that the only income? You have calculated production. What is missing? Reproduction. Cassava, 1,250 plants. How many cuttings are you getting?
Maybe it was 10 minimum.
You see here, you have paid 200 per cutting. Huh? And when you get 20 cuttings from one plant, 20 times this one. So the reproduction means you can reproduce yourself. Papaya, you can reproduce. Banana, maybe not in the first year, but in the second year you will reproduce. Think about reproduction, because in some cases you will earn more money with the reproduction than with the production. I guarantee you. So that's an important thing when we are looking at the whole situation. Of course, in the whole calculation now we have one aspect. We have 10 million for the land. So this gap here is big because of that one. Because otherwise we would be able to reach at least break even. But I think you can pay back and you earn money with the reproduction.
The land is already there, but because it's part of.
Yeah.
You have to value it.
Yes, yes. Okay. So what was mentioned, you see, with the coffee, with the densification of the coffee, here we are not yet at the end. Huh? I think you still have a potential. The same with papaya and such kind of things. You are not yet at the end. Because you will need to densify in these slopey areas that the runoff is being reduced. How can you reduce? You have mentioned vetiver and napier. Do you think you need to do something else? You mentioned 16% slope. Huh? That's quite a lot. 15. That's a lot. What do you need to do in the landscape? You think you can handle this problem only with the grass lines and the planting lines? No. You need to dig. You need to dig trenches, contour trenches, that follow the contours, that block the water flow dramatically, and then you see you are digging, you put it to the lower part, and then in the lower part of the bunding you start planting. Like this, you are step by step, you start terracing your land. Small terraces, but stable structures. The water is not able to pick up speed anymore. Grasses will not be enough. And that is quite a substantial amount of investment you will need. But, you see, we will see Sunday concept afterwards. We see it in Ethiopia. They do it with voluntary work. The whole village is coming together in the dry season and they are taking the contour. That can be be done as a voluntary. But please keep in mind, reproduction is an important aspect because financially it will look different. It looks better, I'm sure.
Thank you so much, Norbert. You see, why we really want to exhaust everything. After here, you won't be asking me any more questions. I'll only be in moods of eating now. So, this is a very beautiful design. Practical, well explained, solving your needs. I just have a few comments to put across. This is beautiful that you have to plant a napier, caterpillar, and vetiver. as he said. But that's all for clarity and easy maintenance. I prefer having lines. So if you are having vetiver and napier, which one will come faster?
Vetiver.
Like vetiver first from the contour. Then you have napier behind, right? That's very good. So have a line of vetiver, very densified, then have a line of napier, then put your line of the tree lines. Yeah? The next one, which I would really not agree with you when I look at the figures, is the grasses and the having a cow. You'll find that your cow will die even before the end of the year if this is the program of grasses you are going to. All right? Yes, Mr. Alule?
I've not heard about the warehousing.
They know how to do that, trust me. I've been there.
On the hill is a must have current.
They know how to do that. I was in the, what is this place? Towards Kenya. Namisi. Huh? No, not Namisi. It's bordering with Kenya towards Elgon. After Bududa.
Sure.
No, I think it's close to Bududa. My friend, it was like this. And a woman is coming from downhill with a baby and a jerrycan and a banana. That was my, I was like, thank you, God, I come from Raka. But I know it's tough work, right? But those are things you maneuver around. Two, I was still stressing it. These are very little grasses. First of all, the system will get nothing. Yet we need it. So never think about animals if you are not above 1,000 grasses. 1,500 grasses, then think about the animals. Such that you give 500 to the system, all excess the system, and 1,000 to the animals, and you bring back the cow down.
How many cows you get from 1,000? 1,000 grasses means how many cows?
Oh.
One.
Okay.
One.
All right, so then the next is papaya. You said you are going to put your papaya to the bananas. I would always not recommend that. I would prefer putting your papayas to the coffee. Because that's something we have proved. The symbiotic relationship is very good. Coffee is going to provide that minimal shade. Papaya will provide that shade to your coffee as it grows. And in this case, you have Arabica, which will grow very well. Because it's going to have the protection of the papaya. Are we together? Yes. So you can easily plant 1 foot away from the coffee. Perfect. Now for us, every coffee we plant, we put a papaya. Every coffee. Then the next is, I want to know what's the distance from the mango to the coffee. Mango, right? Okay, then that's okay. Why is your price of coffee seedlings 3,000? Are you sure? Are you really sure? Should we call? I have an answer there. We can call.
We can adjust.
You see. This is a price we don't even sell here for Robusta, which is expensive. Arabica is cheaper. So you are exaggerating your prices for the cost of production. Even if you include transport. The price of the maximum price of a coffee seedling of Arabica is 1,000. Even when you go to Kenya and get the real they have, it will cost you maybe around 1,500. All right? So that really reduces a lot. I see here, the cost is around 1,000. I see here and biomass plants around 1,000. Good, maximum price. Apart from selling to organizations which have money. But for individual farmers, that's okay. 1,000, not 2,000. My next is the productivity of coffee to 7 kilograms. When I look at the price, this is for the FAQ, FAQ, right? That means after drying and the hiring. That's the final product here in Uganda, which we call the green bean. This is a very good price, the minimum ever for Arabica. Very good, but you can never get 7 kgs. No.
We are getting it.
Eh?
We are getting it.
You can get it.
Maybe to correct you, one thing is that the coffee seedling you are talking about, if I give you the number right now, I planted 1,000 in November last year. It was that.
3,000?
That particular variety,
okay,
you come with this 70.
So what's the name of that variety, sir?
It's you mix them, so you have K3, K4, K7. That's when they will do well.
Arabica.
Yeah.
Arabica K3, K4, and
K4,
K7. Okay, maybe I will take your word. But if you are getting 7 kgs of Kasei, FAQ, from Arabica plant in 3 years, that's a very good value. Please. That is something you are going to need maximum feeding. So I would always never calculate in 7 kgs. Always in a year. For the FAQ of coffee, even here, you see with Robusta, we can get 15 kgs. With Robusta. 15 kgs, no problem. And every number, you know, very possible to get it. But we always have it with less than 5 kgs. Because you are using the maximum production.
Places who have had virgin areas, which are being now exploited with coffee, especially those with the high away to those high areas. You plant, you just see a happy coffee tree and it gives you without any
because you are having this fertile.
Secondly, something that we need to notice it's only becoming very unfortunate that we are being infiltrated with less people who are introducing pesticides and herbicides. Those are areas which are purely non-exposed to those external pesticides. So the pollination potential and the picking up of the formation of beans is really very good in those areas. When you reach there, you go through the garden, you want to buy the whole garden and tell this man to because you see money.
I would really love to have this coffee.
One time.
Because your elevation is even less than mine. You say you have 900. I have 1,250 here in the way. Yes, I have pure 1,250. So that means I am even at a better elevation than you. So I would really, we are going to get numbers. I need these coffees immediately this season. Okay, thank you so much. My last comment is always just avoid working with 100% as they stressed. We try to always reduce to around maybe 70%, right? Then you have good figures which will give you realistic outcomes in case of margins of errors. Otherwise, one more. What's the distance between the contours? 20 meters. Perfect. Give them a hand clap. That was really good. And I know that this design is going to be implemented next month. I'm really sure about that. Tomorrow. So, we are left with only one group to present. And I would request, you see, I told you today is a tough day, right? I'm not going to give you a break. I'm sorry. No, today is the toughest. I'm not giving you a break. Just accept we finish once, right? So, Victor, I need you to set up this projector now.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the guys of Zundera Mambo. Yes, please. Yes.
And photo. So it's not supposed to be an isolated place by coming from the Victoria Mountain.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, guys, let's try to be attentive. We are having our brothers and sisters all the way from Zimbabwe who are going to present to us their project. They have been very attentive, and so I beg us to be very attentive as they explain what they have for us. Please, Emmanuel, 5 minutes, come back. Actually, 1 minute. So we are still within the time bounds because I was calculating until 5:50 to 5:45 that we can. We will have late dinner today. I wanted to let you know that. Okay, wait. We need that presentation to be ready. Did it here? Yeah. Want to add something? Yeah. Okay. Are we okay? Okay, extend there, and I is here. Beautiful. All right, you can connect. All right, so who's presenting? The floor is yours. Guys, let's give them.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tadula Nashes Nyam. I'm going to present to you our demo, which is the Zimberamambo Regenerative Agroforestry. So firstly, I'm going to briefly explain to you what is meant by Zimberamambo. So Zimberamambo is a traditional social welfare system which is used in Zimbabwe, whereby people, usually villagers, they come together, they plan, and they begin to practice agricultural activities on a certain piece of land. So with that, I'm now moving on to the benefits of the Zimberamambo Regenerative Agroforestry System. First, it ensures food security to the aged people, the disabled, and the aged people, the disabled, and the orphans. Secondly, it promotes cooperations among people. Hence, it ensures that people will produce their products on larger scale. And I have to say this one is going to be our new benefit. By us practicing this Zimberamambo system, along with the regenerative agroforestry principles, it means we're going to minimize
the impact of climate change in our country. At the same time, we are going to improve our soil fertility. So here is our demo of our regenerative agroforestry system, which is on a piece of land which is 1 hectare. In our demo, we have the walkways, which is 3 meters apart, and along the walkways we have Mexican sunflower. On our system, for our boundary, we are going to plant two type of trees. The first one in here, we are going to plant the pencil tree. And the second one, we are going to plant the indigenous plant, which goes by the name Mpangara. Why? Mpangara is very good for fodder. Secondly, it has thorns, so it means that our system will be protected from animals, from neighbors. So in our system, our two main objectives is to provide food, fruits and fodder. And with that, our main crops here, one, we have the avocado, the mandarins, oranges, the lemons, mangoes, to be specific, is the Tommy Atkins mangoes, and the banana grass. Why are we putting the banana grass on our main crops? Firstly, we are going to have two cows and 5 goats in our system. I think with that, I have to hand over to my other colleague.
That is the Mpangara. Yeah, it's a good share. A good fodder, and it has thorns. Then the avocado, that's the type that is really good for exportation.
Okay, so we're gonna start with our tree lines. So from the fence to the first tree line, we have at least 1 meter apart from it. So our tree line to the next tree line, it is 9 meters.
Raise the voice, please.
Okay. So from one tree line to the next tree line, we have at least 9 meters apart. And in each 9 meters, we had put 2 dense lines, which are for biomass and mulching. So on our tree lines, we have the emergent trees, which are neem and mukochokocho. Okay, so the spacing of our emergent trees are 10 meters apart. So in one tree line, we are going to get 4. We have at least 3 blocks of it. So in each block, we are going to get 10. Then for the total, we are going to get 31 in 3 blocks. Then it will be the same to the mukochokocho. Then we are going to the fruit trees, which are avocados, mangoes, lemon, and nutches. So the spacing of our avocado and mango is the same, 5 meters apart. And in one tree line, we are going to get 4 of them. So it will be 8 for each, then 8. Total we'll have in one block 20 for each. That will be 40. And for the whole 3 blocks, we are going to get 60. So for each, we are going to get 60. That will be 120 for the trees, which are 5 meters apart, the fruit trees. When you go to the other fruit trees, which are lemon and nutches, we are going for 2.5 meters apart from each other. So we are going to get 9. Yeah, 9
in a tree line, 45 in a block, then 135 in 3 blocks. So if you multiply it by 2, you'll get the total number of fruits we are going to get by 2.5 meters. Then we went for the nitrogen fixing plants, which are Coriander, mulberry, and moringa. We put it for 1 meter. And we are going to get each, we are going to get 15 in each line. And for the whole block, it is 75. And for the all blocks in total, it will be 225. That you will multiply it by 3, then you will get the total number of nitrogen fixing plants in our tree line. After that, we are going for the mulching trees, like biomass too. We have the pigeon pea, and the pigeon pea, it is in 50 centimeters. So for one line, we are going to get 93. That will be for the whole block.
5 minutes.
Okay. For the whole block, it will be 465. For the whole 3 blocks, it will be 1,395 for the whole hectare of 3 blocks. So we are going also, we said we are going to have the medicinal plants, which are aloe vera and chili, which are around 25 centimeters apart from each other. We are going to get 93, the same to the moringa, and the same to the pigeon pea. So now we are done with our tree line. We are going for the dense or biomass line, which we have Glycidia, mulberry, and Candra. So for those we shall have in a tree line, we spaced it for 80 centimeters. That will be 0.8 meters, something like that. And for one line, we are going to get 19 Glycidia, 19 mulberry, and 19 Coriander. That will be the total of a block, 96, 96, 96. And for the whole 3 blocks, we are going to get 290 times 3 for the whole 3 blocks. Okay, so after that, we divided it. So we are going to have 3 beds in each 9 meters. Oh, yeah. No, 15. 15 in a block, 3 in 9 meters. So that will be 1, 2, 3. So we are going for the banana grass. As you can see here, we planted the banana grass. We mixed it with maize. The total of the banana grass will be in each bed. We will have 31 banana grass. That's not our total number we are looking for. It is just our planting material we are going to plant to. And for the whole block, it will be 155. And for the whole 3 blocks, it will be 465 planting materials of banana grass. And we are going to have sunflower mixed with beans. So for the block of sunflower mixed with beans, the sunflower we are going to get it is, we spaced it by 15 centimeters, and the beans for 15 too. The sunflower for 1 meters and beans for 15 centimeters. So that will give us 6,000, 46 in a line of sunflower. In a block, it will be 200. We are having 2 lines. Yeah, we are having 2 lines, which will be 232. And 2 minutes. For the whole block, it will be 697. That is sunflower. For the beans, we are having 15 centimeters. spacing it will be 6,200 for a line, and for the whole block it will be 31,000, and for the whole three block, for the whole three blocks, I think it will be 22,000.
Fine, thank you very much. So from this that we have, as our Zimmerman, we have to take note that at every corner we also have our tree called Muvamaropa, which means a blood wood. This tree, it has a distance from corner to corner that is 100 meter spacing, and it also acts as wood and as biomass as well. So I think everything that we have here, we are maintaining the tree lines, we are maintaining the identified lines, and keep in mind that we are also integrating animals, that is 2 cows and 5 goats. The concept being that we are not to multiply them only for this plot, but also to give to the other villages. So I'll do the calculations now. It won't take long because we only have 2 categories. They are uniformed. So as said before, that we do have the citrus as our main that incorporates the nutches and the lemons. So if you just understand the number of lemons, trees, it's 135, right? Then 135 per tree, if you calculate with 1 crate. However, from how I harvest it, I get maybe up to 7 crates when it has matured, but I'm working with 1 crate that will give you 1 crate by $10. That is 135 multiplied by 10, that is 135. So the same also appears for the nutches. But I'm calculating with 1 because we are saying that this is the system maybe for 2 years, let's say 1 year as it started fruiting. Then we have the avocado, and the avocado, the special type that we are having. It doesn't grow so big, but it produces, it is small shape, like, what can I say? I don't know, the veranda doesn't go wide. So when it comes to that one, usually I prefer working with crates because it's a village level. We cannot go like $1 for 10 or $1 for 20. So when we work with crates, this one, it's up to $15 a crate. That's now going to the big market. So if you are just having in mind to make it easy, just that a tree is a crate, or a tree is 2 crates to make it easy, then the total number that you are having for the plants, you calculate with that. So I will be expecting that in the first year of fruiting or the second year, the total should be around 2,000 to 450 USD. For the mango tree, it's the same as the avocado tree. The mango tree, for this, I'm 100% that it works because my father has this. So for the mango tree, we harvest per tree, it's up to 7 to 10 crates. But I'm still sticking with 1 crate for up to 2 to 3 years. Then from there I increase, right? So it's the same also. Your total number of trees multiplied by the cost of the crate, which is just $10 a crate. Then, to make it very simple, first period, 2 years, 2,000 to 4,000. The second phase, which is, let's say 3 years after, we are talking of multiplying it by 2. Then the one that is now stable, we are starting from 5 years after fruiting and receiving, right? From experience, this tree, I'm the 4th generation. My father's grandfather planted this and we are still harvesting. So we are talking of a tree that lasts for up to 100 years fruiting. We have it. So with that in mind, I believe that in the long term, we won't have anything less than 10,000. I thank you.
Thank you for planning.
Thank you so much.
I have an advantage because I know the area. So looking at the range of commercial products, you think we have to mention they have a winter period where the temperature is -5 degrees. It's frost. So it is pretty delicate for certain parts. So, but when you protect the papaya, actually you can get them, but you have to protect them. So the grass is playing a key role, and the banana grass you have seen. Here you think we have tall grasses. The banana grass goes up to 6 meters, and it grows in the same speed as our napier here. So huge potential for animals. So you don't need.
It grows more.
Yes. So you don't need 10 lines for one cow. You need 5. That's it. So you can produce much more for that. But what kind of fruits could you still imagine could increase your economical potentials? What are fruits that are growing in periods where you have frost?
I think however, just to add on what you have said so that it will be clear for the answering, for this specific one, for this village, the temperatures are better than the MOC by far. It's a different, exactly, it's exactly, yeah. So.
But still, you see, in the cold climate, what are fruit trees that are commercially very interesting? We call it stone fruits. It's apricot, peach, apples. These fruit types, they are really good, and nuts. You remember Brazil nut is the most interesting plants out there. So what is really interesting here, we are talking about a voluntary system. The labor is voluntary work. So can you imagine what that means for a community? See, one of our main reasons why we are working there beside the people is actually it's a unique concept that a community is voluntarily working to feed those who are neglected in the society. This is really essential. And at the same time, we can train them by setting up. Well done to that level. I think you still have a lot of potential in animal husbandry. The same thing, because you have this amazing fodder. One of the big problems in Zimbabwe were the diseases that have reduced the cattle by 50%, I think. But that means you have a huge potential when you can work with these grasses economically. What do you think is the reproduction here?
From one cutting, if you plant like the one cutting from the banagas, we are talking of 7 to 10 multiplication from that one cut.
On one grass stem, You remember we have something like multiplication of 100 from what we are calculating here. It will be double, minimum here. Can go up to 500 per bundle. So, how much money? Reproduction here is one of the key things. So, make sure that when you are calculating the economics, you will see it from the moment when the cattle farmers are detecting this, make money from that. And how much labor do you have for this? When you compare that with the fruits, how much labor do you need for that? You let it grow, huh? You see, it's like you have two painters, one is painting and the other let it dry. Huh? So you don't need to work for this. There is no maintenance needed. When you have cows, you have the fertilization, but you can also plant your fertilizer plants together. So still think about densifying or multiplying more commercial crops. And animal husbandry, you really have to think very careful about goats and cows in the context of these grasses. That plays a key role. It was very challenging at the beginning to get the plant material, and still today, plants like Claricidia, it's very difficult to get. But I like this project very much because it has a different approach socially. And I think it could be really a landmark when we can set up such kind
The other block is for vegetable. Is one of our main
Okay, thank you so much. Team, what was the name? No, there was a name they gave themselves. Can you go the first time? Rosie Pizzo. Rosie Pizzo. What does Rosie Pizzo mean? Eh?
It's the village that is in
Okay, Rosie Pizzo. What did them this name? It's approved. It's a nice one. I have nothing to add on because my biggest worry was because of the frost, but the fact that you have moved from the lower areas, then this is okay. So as you go, make sure you go with the seeds. Remind me tomorrow. Coriander, I'm sure coriander you have some. Yes. Yes, I remember I gave you some. Mulberry, you need a lot because that's good. Because that will be the driving factor for you. Productivity with the fruit trees, good. These are good figures, really good figures. Maybe a tree I can think of which can serve the name would be Melia, because Melia will really grow in their area. So we have to see if we can get you some seeds. All right. This kocho is good. I know it takes long to grow. That's a good one. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. In the protection of your land, putting this tree, what was it, one outside? The mpangara will be eaten by the animals from your neighbors. So I would prefer, if you don't want them to eat it, put the pencil tree out and put mpangara inside. Because when you put it out, they are protecting nothing. They will eat everything. And you know how they love it. They eat everything, even the seeds. So you have to maybe change it. Put the pencil tree out. Densify it is enough. Okay? Let's give them a round of applause. Don't forget your designs. You have to go with this back to Zimbabwe. And thank you so much, guys. This brings us to the end of our presentation at exactly 5:43, 2 minutes just before time. That's good. All right, so let's give ourselves, each one of us, give yourself a deserving round of applause for yourself, which you think is worthy of you for this week. Okay, so I really want to thank you guys. We were just discussing with Papa about that in our years of training and holding such workshops, you are proved to be above the rest. Oh. You see, it's always two-way or four ways. You had some challenges, I'd honestly say. And remember I told you, you are the worst at timekeeping. Yeah. I stress that you are the worst at timekeeping. But I loved one aspect from you. And that was the devotion, commitment you put in the designing phases. We had never seen that anywhere. And what does that prove? That when you are devoted and committed to something, you get good results. You gave it your time, you gave it your discussions, you gave it thorough thinking and proper planning. And look at the results. From yesterday's presentations and today's were marvelous. And I'm sure with today's practical you had, now you are up in the clouds. I'm really sure and proud that the team going out from this second regenerative agroforestry training in Uganda at BLI is going to do wonders. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful team. You might end up just hearing this as my final word because I don't usually speak at training. The rest of the speeches, conclusions are by the elders. So us as the young ones, we already just stop here. You will hear from the elders as they conclude, but that will be after here. So, more speeches will come along. Right now, we have two things. I'll just give you a brief program. Fiona, have you drafted it or I can use the one in my head? You see, she has given me just like that. Use the program in your head. Really? Okay, I'm good at that. 5:45. Okay. 5:50. 5:50. We are going to have a group photo outside when we still have the light, right? Yes. Daytime, mob smiles. Then you will go and have a shower for you who want to shower 5 times a day. Others just stretch your legs. Then you will come back at 6:30. Right? All 7. I think 7. Come back at 7. So we'll have dinner, which will be here. Then we will have some speeches. Then we will have our certificates. We'll have, what do you call that? A gathering where you're going to share your highlights of the week and what you're going to do when you go back. We really need to hear from you. Then you have barbecue. Then you have barbecue, that's true. You'll have some drinks. I mean water. No more juice, now water. So you'll have some water. You see what is water? Water has 2 meanings. There is one, water is H-O, right? Yeah. There is H and O. So there is water with H2O, and then there is water with OH. Your chemistry. Your chemistry. You can't tell me you don't remember that. All right, so all will be available, and then we'll call it. Actually, some of you are allowed to stay here because there will be some music. You can do some dance moves. No problem. Until morning. Then we'll call it a week. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Just go outside now. We arrange ourselves, have a group photo, then we can discuss. As the power ladies, you will remain here, plus the PLI staff. Thank you so much. It's like a commando. Wow. That one looks good.
Where's my mic? Huh? Ah, it's on the table. No gum, no phone.
It's on the table.
You're still live. No, one wali kiria. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, according to structure. So there's no structure coming from.
Hey, we are here.
The medium structure and the kind of
This one is not strata. Inspire is who? Inspire.
You are imagined.
Clarification.
You should go behind you.
No way. Yes, plant cover. Are you seeing all of us?
Yep. Balaba. Okay.
I think Peter should be in front.
Yes, he's in the front taking the
Peter,
picture.
can I see? No. Damascus.
I am between two. I'm between two. Okay?
Okay, agroforestry.
Okay, then we are going to do a short video while saying those words.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's it. Agroforestry is the way to go.
1, 2, 3.
Regenerative agroforestry. Right? 1, 2, 3.
Regenerative agroforestry is the way to go. Regenerative agroforestry is the way to go.
All right, so the four people.
Hey, listen up.
Where's your well? Where's your well? No, not your well.
Okay, come on. Roland.
I'll be in the middle.
I thought you said you wanted to go to the lowland.
Okay.
So everyone
is here.
So this is what we have. One by one.
One by one.
Okay. You know who?
waliwo kigenze bulungi ekitagenze bulungi.
So just go ahead.
So this thing. Here we are. Next one.
Okay.
Next one. This younger man is me.
Let me go and get a bottle of water for all of you.
Next one.
What? To change?
No, for the young boys, I need to bring them water. Northern Uganda.
Take you, Mona Lisa. Can you dance?
Yes. Next.
Next one. Okay.
Your age mates.
It's the three young guys.
Your age mates. You're all young.
Yeah, yes.
Another one.
Don't come back.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. That's why you are. Here we are.
Another one.
It's a photograph.
Okay.
It's my own. Next one. No picture, no story. But then we don't give them a certificate. Next one.
Mona Lisa.
Me, I speak as
The last one.
the last one, don't believe it'll work.
Yes. Mona Lisa doesn't go very far because later all the ladies will go to the gentlemen.
Here we are.
So all my beautiful ladies, come to the gentlemen. Come to Papa. Lady, don't remain. You have to come to Papa.
So then,
the ladies.
Papa's to Papa.
No, ladies, then Papa. Okay, ladies.
Wait.
Patrick and Emma.
Hello.
You're the last. Come.
Thank you.
Mona, you're the last. We are coming to the last. Okay, ladies, you come. You come. Come to daddy.
Ladies, come to daddy.
I think for you, grandpa.
Those boys are inside.
Yes.
No.
It's our daddy too.
Again.
Mona Lisa smart, macho Mona Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Boys, men,
Even the photographer.
Even the photographer is not
Even the photographer is not.
As a photographer, you will not have any pics for
That was a
yourself.
good experience.
what is she doing there?
Good stuff.
Yes, for boys.
I'm sure you have.
They're part of my group. Your boss.
You're lucky. And this lady, oh, okay, nice.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing? No. It's not like you. Okay, guys, you got to do it again. Guys, also need a photo.
3 hours.
Lucky, who are you missing? So the missing one?
There's one guy missing.
No, I don't know how to use your camera.
I saw him.
You gave me the camera, I don't know how to use it.
Who's missing?
It's fine. You belong very well. You're blending in.
All right.
This guy should get a camera.
Check with your phone.
You have communicated fast.
Where is he? Can someone call him? Is he gone home already?
You would have told to us. You'd have told to us. So which camera should we look at?
This guy. I don't know. Can you look into?
All of them.
You asked.
It's done.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. One guy is missing.
He's the only one missing in action. No certificate.
Missing in life?
He already has certificate.
Missing in life?
Lost
Like he has
in
gone?
mission.
Missing in action.
Oh, I thought like
There's an old show called Lost in Space.